Hi everyone! I want to share with you my top 5 things to do in Yangshuo. Yangshuo is so beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful places that I have been to so far in China. And with its beautiful karst mountain scenery, it looks like something right out of an old Chinese painting. So I definitely encourage you to go and visit Yangshuo. Okay, so number 5, paragliding. Actually, this is one of my favorite things to do in Yangshuo, but because it's a little bit expensive, it's number 5 instead of higher up on the list. So it costs about 395 yuan for one person to go paragliding. So paragliding is 395 yuan, but for an extra 199 yuan, you can add on a 360 video. So first you have a safe pilot taking you up in this flight, and then on his helmet he wears a 360-degree camera, and basically you get the best views of Yangshuo. You can get the best video of yourself experiencing a bird's eye view of Yangshuo, and I totally believe the 199 yuan is worth it because you can keep these views forever. So I definitely recommend if you go paragliding, you might as well pay the extra like 200 yuan and just do it. You can also take up your own selfie stick with a GoPro. Actually, not your own, but they will provide one to you with a GoPro attached to the end for another 100 yuan or 99. So for that, I don't think it's actually that necessary because I think the 360 video is totally enough. So if you want to go paragliding, then go ahead and click this link right here, and I have a full video detailing exactly how you can get there. All right, so number 4. Motorbike tour through Yangshuo. This is probably one of my favorite ways to experience Yangshuo because you're on the ground, especially for those who are afraid of heights, and you can see all of the places of Yangshuo for pretty cheap, or you can get a really deluxe package. So the cheap way is just to hire a motorcycle driver. They're pretty much everywhere in Yangshuo, and for less than 100 yuan, you can ask him to just take you around the city. Very easy to do. If you really want a full experience, for around 300 to 500 yuan, you can negotiate, but they have these kind of pedicabs or these motorcycles with an extra attachment to them so that 2 people can go on the motorcycles and fully experience Yangshuo. And this is so cool because you can see the most beautiful places with a local, and he'll take you to all the scenic spots in one of the coolest ways possible. So I totally recommend it. All right, number 3, rock climbing. So Yangshuo is actually kind of the base and the birthplace of rock climbing in China. It's now one of the only places in China that has a well-established rock climbing community, and it was actually established by an American in the early 90s who came over and saw all of these karst mountains and wanted to hang out in Yangshuo. So even if you're just a beginner, which I am a super beginner, they'll take you to a really cool mountain in a really beautiful place, and for only 320 yuan for like half a day per person, you can, experience rock climbing with a professional rock climber who will bring all of the equipment and show you how to do it. And this is a great experience even for the very, very beginners, or even if you're advanced. Of course, there are tons of advanced courses for rock climbing, but you'll get some great camera footage, great photos, and have an experience that, let's be honest, it's kind of hard to find elsewhere for such a cheap price. So number 2 is visiting the back of the 20 yuan note in Xingping, which is a little bit out of the way. You have to take a bus, a shuttle, or a taxi ride about 30 to 45 minutes outside of the downtown West Street in Yangshuo, but it's totally worth it. On the back of the Chinese 20 yuan note, that is where that scenery comes from. So I think if you're there, it's one of the hottest tourist attractions there, but of course, totally recommendable. And if you're going back to Guilin, the main city, they actually have a boat ride that will take you from that point back all the way to Guilin on the river. So if you really want to, you could make Xingping your last stop and bring all of your stuff and have your hotel help you book the 4-hour river cruise, which travels from that point all the way back to Guilin, and it's an amazing way to travel. All right, so my number 1, something that everyone can do, something that's on this list because no matter what your budget is, everyone can do it and everyone should do it, is experience the night market on West Street in Yangshuo. So the night market on West Street in Yangshuo has tons of things. They have handicrafts, local arts and crafts. They have sellers lining the streets. They have pole dancing bars. They have crazy, crazy crowds almost every night. But it is an amazing thing to experience. They have tons of food. They're selling fruit on the street. And really, it's just a delicious, awesome experience. So go to West Street in Yangshuo. It's an amazing experience for all of the senses. And no matter what your budget is, it's something that you should definitely check out. That's my top 5 things for you to do in Yangshuo. Yangshuo is really like out of a Chinese classic painting. I highly recommend that you go and experience it. It'll probably be one of the best experiences you have in China. It's definitely something different than the cities like Beijing and Shanghai. A little bit less touristy, but of course still commercialized. But really, if you like nature, this is really a great place to go. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more travel and adventure, especially in China, with me, Jessica.